always wonder if people know that they are asleep, or the sheep, or those that God is referring to when he says that they follow Satan. You know, I wonder if people even know that they're following Satan or chasing idols. You know, what is an idol anyway? Why don't people know what an idol is, or that they idolize this thing that they call money, which is really just technically paper? People are fighting to live. Fighting to live. And I'm saying this as I go to the plantation, right? My slave owner's business, place of business. I say these things. I understand people want safety and accountability, right? Meaning laws and statutes and people that keep other people to it. But when a segment of the population only knows the laws, and a segment of the population is the ones that are able to hold others accountable, they're able to do as they will with these laws and these things that, you know, benefit just them. Because as Moors, as Hebrews, as people that understand or don't understand who we are and what we came from, right? Coming from the oldest living or the longest living nation on the planet. We come from that. And for us to fall so far from the tree, because we're the apple of the tree, from the tree, right? Fruits. We're the fruit from the tree. And we fell so far from the tree, meaning we don't even see the tree anymore. Meaning we don't even know who we are. Why we're here, how we got here, what this is all about. Because we don't adhere to questioning the circumstances that we are in. And that is being asleep. That is being asleep. You know, most of us question our dreams before we question the reality that we are in. Isn't that crazy? Most of us question our dreams before we question the reality that we're in, that we're subject to. Someone tells you you're worth this much an hour, and because you ain't got the paper that we wanted you to go get, now you're worth this much an hour. We live in a fantasy where we believe that it's okay for someone to have this much type of control. And that's because we're asleep and we've fallen so far from the tree that we don't even know who we are once again. All of this ties in. We're trusting in master's religion. We're trusting in master's society of well-being. They don't even have our well-being in mind. Thing is, right, I say we have to look out for each other. Not saying you shouldn't look out for yourself or protect yourself or learn to protect yourself, but we should always look to having our own shit. We should always look towards that. We should always look towards where things come from. You know, everybody's like, oh, these documents or that document or this and that is fake. If everything is fake, what is real? You know? All the information somebody is putting forth out because they want you to have the information so that you aren't subject to being controlled. If that's fake, well, what the hell is Jesus and Muhammad and Krishna and Taoism and college? What knowledge is college giving you if the secular or the unpopular information is fake? What is that? That's the truth? That's real? When they come from books or they come from organizations that created those books into what they wanted the masses to know, that's what's the truth? We question our dreams before we question the reality that we're in. That's the work of what they wanted. That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. They wanted you to not question the authority that they have been given. You know, it's funny because in the scriptures it tell you Christ, as he spoke, he had authority. And people perceived that authority that he spoke with and wondered where he got that authority. You know what that authority is? A surety. He was sure of himself. He was sure of what he was saying. He was sure that the people that he was fighting against were not for his people. He was sure of it. A revolutionary talks with authority, talks with power, talks with conviction, talks with sincerity. Do you see your politicians talking with sincerity? Do they not have a forked tongue? Do they not lie in order to gain you, just to finesse you out of everything you have? You know, we talk about China having, you know, this credit thing, right? The credit score thing, where people can't buy or sell or anything, right? But you know who started that first? Do we know who started that first? America. Credit score, bro. Credit score. Oh, your credit is 700. You could buy this. Your credit is 200. You can't buy this. And then since you can't buy this, we have to charge you more. I mean, it doesn't hinder you from traveling. Or does it? You know what I mean? Or does it? Our credit. Does it hinder us from traveling? Because we can't get a credit card, or we can't finance things in order so that we can save money and then buy certain things, because we have to pay more because we don't have a good credit score. Don't you think that that's what they want to implement here? But they're slowly but surely rolling all this shit out by dismantling the system that you know. You don't get that though. You don't understand that. You don't see it. You don't see them dismantling the system that you know. They make you mad at Trump. They make you mad at the Democrats. They make you mad at the Republicans. Instead of saying, you know what? I'm not going to deal with them. You know, it's funny. We would do that to our own, right? We would say, you know, Keisha is this and that, so I'm not talking to her no more. But you would go vote for a Republican or a Democrat or Hillary Clinton or Obama. Obama was the best president. Well, what is the difference from when Obama was president and Bush was president? What's the difference now that Trump is president and Obama's not president? What's the difference in our community? Do we have our own schools elementary up? Do we have to wait still to go to colleges that is quote unquote HBCUs? Sometimes we're a joke and we don't even realize that we're being laughed, that we're the joke. We don't even realize that we're being the joke. But we're quick to be mad. You know, it's funny because people say, if Christ was here now, would you recognize him? And what type of person would he be? If I said I was the Christ-like entity, meaning I'm a revolutionary, I'm from the Most High, I'm from my people, I'm for getting rid of the oppressor, not killing, but stepping away from what he has. Render unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar. What? We say we need this and that. We don't see it though, right? We don't comprehend the masterful plan that these merchants and I like to call them devils, but I'm not gonna call them that. Have subjugated us to, unbeknownst to us, right? They put us in this position, this predicament, but we don't see it. We only see that I got to get this money. That's all we see, right? I got to get this money, paper, because I gotta live. We don't see sometimes you have to sacrifice in order for our people to make it to a different circumstance. And even if we do see it, we don't even want to make that sacrifice. We don't want to make that sacrifice, most of us.